Hello students, so I am here with the next topic of chapter 2, that is covalent bond. Okay, in my previous video I have already completed the condition and the formation of ionic bond with all the examples which are given in your textbook. Now I am going to start the covalent bond. Again the same thing, we will discuss only the electron dot structures of the various compounds, various covalent compounds. No need for the orbital structure. It is not in your 10th class syllabus, already it was in 9th class. So coming to covalent bond, I know it is clear in your mind what is covalent bond. It is the bond formed between two non-metals. And how the bond is formed? By mutual sharing of electrons. So covalent bond is a bond formed between two non-metals by mutual sharing of electrons. Mutual word here given because mutual sharing means both the combining atoms, they are contributing their electron for the sharing. The shared pair is not entirely contributed by anyone, but it is mutually shared. All the pair of electrons are mutually shared by both the combining atoms. Okay, so that is what about covalent bond, you know. And that covalent bond can be of three types depending upon the number of electron pairs they are sharing. Okay, if the atoms are sharing one pair of electrons, then it is known to be single covalent bonds represented by a single line. If one pair of electron is shared, then it is known as single covalent bond. Then if two pairs of electrons are shared, then it is known as double covalent bond and can be shown as double line. If three pairs of electrons are shared, then it is known as triple covalent bond and can be represented with three lines. Okay, so covalent bond may be single, double or triple covalent bond depending upon the pair of electrons they are going to share. Now coming to the next topic, that is conditions for the formation of a covalent bond. Very important, because I think the conditions we have not done in class 9. So conditions are very important to remember, and that will give you the basic knowledge why that the two combining atoms are forming covalent bond. Because the reason, what are the conditions which is favorable for the formation of a covalent bond. First important condition, as you know, covalent bond is formed between two non-metals. Of course the favorable condition will be the condition which favors the non-metallic character for the atoms. Both the atoms should be non-metals. So first condition is both the atoms should have 4 or more electrons in their valence shell. As you know that both the combining atoms for a covalent bond should be non-metals. So non-metals should have 4 or more electrons, then only they will show sharing of electrons. Okay, but few exceptions are there in this first point. Few atoms are there like hydrogen, beryllium, boron and aluminium. These elements, they have less than 4 electrons in their valence shell, but still they are involved in the covalent bond formation. The condition is different for them, that is the exceptional case. But in rest of the elements, the first important condition is that both the atoms should have 4 or more electrons in their valence shell. Second, both the atoms should have high ionization energy. Ionization energy means energy which is required to remove the electron. So if ionization energy is high for both the atoms, then none of them will try to lose electron because ionization energy is too high. So both the atoms will only try to share electrons. So again, this is also a second favorable condition for a non-metallic character, which is high ionization energy. So due to high ionization energy, both the atoms, none of them will try to lose electron. Both the combining atoms will favor the sharing of electrons. Okay, then next, both the atoms should have high electron affinity. Okay, so after sharing electrons, both the atoms should release a large amount of energy and become more stable. So that's why it is also a non-metallic condition. So favorable condition for non-metals, high electron affinity. So both the atoms should have high electron affinity, then only they will participate in sharing of electron, and after sharing they will become stable and release a large amount of energy. Next, both the atoms should have high electronegativity. Of course, electronegativity is tendency to attract electron towards themselves. So both the atoms they are of course of non-metals, then both the atoms should show a strong tendency to attract the electrons towards itself. And what about the electronegativity difference? After combining and formation of the covalent bond, if the electronegativity difference of both the combining atoms is measured, then the electronegativity difference between the combining atoms should be either 0 or negligible. For example, both the atoms which are combined by covalent bond, for example, let's see the formation of chlorine molecules. So two atoms of chlorine are joined with a single covalent bond by sharing one pair of electron. So if we talk about electronegativity, both the atoms are of same element chlorine, which belongs to 17 groups. So 17 group elements, they have very high electronegativity, but as both the atoms are of same element, so electronegativity is same. So what will be the difference of the electronegativity between these two chlorine atoms? The difference will be 0, of course. So electronegativity difference will be 0 or negligible, little bit slightly more than 0, which can be considered as negligible. Then yes, all these conditions will together favor the formation of a covalent bond. Okay. Now coming to examples of covalent molecules or the compound which contains single covalent bond. Okay, so let's start with all the examples having single covalent bond. So first example is of hydrogen molecule. Only electron dot structure we have to show, no need of the orbital structure. So as it is hydrogen molecule, so it's better to show the structural formula, which will clear that yes, it is having it is having a single covalent bond which is sharing one pair of electrons. So let's complete this formation of hydrogen molecule in 2 steps. What will be the condition before combination? These are the two separate atoms of hydrogen, and what is the condition of their valence shell? Both the atoms are having one electron in their valence shell, so we can represent both the hydrogen atom with one electron. Okay, but what will be the condition after sharing? After sharing, as their orbitals overlap and they will come together and they will have the shared pair of electrons in between. Both the electrons will come and shared between two hydrogen atoms. So that is the condition after sharing, and this is the electron dot structure of hydrogen molecule. Coming to the second example of chlorine. What is the configuration of chlorine? You know, 2, 8, 7. Okay, so two chlorine atoms are joined to form a chlorine molecule. So let's start with the structural formula. This is the structural formula of chlorine molecule. They are joined with a single covalent bond by sharing one pair of electron. So one chlorine having 7 electron in its valence shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. This is the other chlorine atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this is the condition before sharing. After sharing, what will happen? These electrons which are in front of each other, they will come close. The orbital, the valence shell will get overlapped, and these two electrons will get shared between the two chlorine atoms. So we have to draw, after sharing we have to make them close. So first we have to show the shared pair. These two electrons will be shared between these two chlorine atoms, and then we have to draw the remaining unshared pair of electron to show the stable condition of chlorine atoms, as both the chlorine atoms have their octet complete. So the shared pair of electrons is common for both the combining atoms. So they